Okay, I begin the recording.
Okay. Awesome. Do you want me to start with just the first question? So the first question that we're supposed to discuss is to drop a list of the statuses that we currently occupy. So I did some of mine that I thought of was a wife, daughter, daughter-in-law, granddaughter, neighbor, friend, aunt, and I'm a dog mom. So that was my list.
My list was brother, college student, return missionary, white male, husband, employee, friend, LDS member, and son.
I said like daughter, sibling, high school student, college student, employee.
Let's see, mine are parent, wife, daughter, daughter-in-law, student, office manager, neighbor, sister.
Raphael, did you have any you wanted to share?
The same with you.
Okay. And then of those statuses on our list, which were ascribed and achieved. So the ones that I did, the ascribed were like the daughter, granddaughter, the roles that I was born into, and the achieved status, wife, aunt, daughter-in-law, friend, neighbor, dog mom. Those ones were all ones that I achieved, I guess.
The ones that I listed for ascribed were brother, male, son, and then achieved, I put college student, return missionary, husband, employee, friend, and LDS member, I guess.
Mine are pretty much the same as your guys' like daughter, sibling for ascribed, and then achieved like high school student, college student, employee.
Mhm.
Yeah, I pretty much had the same thing. All the ones that you were born into, those
Mhm.
are just all ascribed, and the ones that you had to do something to achieve it, then obviously those were achieved.
Mhm. And then of this, the statuses on your list, if any, would not have been there on a list. Oh, sorry. Wow. What statuses on your list, if any, would not have made your list a year ago? Dog mom, we recently got a dog, so that was a new one. Neighbor, we bought a house, so we just got a new set of neighbors. So I guess some of them just kind of shift over time, is what I noticed.
The only one that would not be on my list a year ago is husband. And then 5 years ago, college student, returned missionary, and husband again.
The only one that wouldn't be on my list from a year ago is a college student, and then 5 years ago, pretty much all of my like achieved ones.
Mhm.
I don't think there's any are on my list that are less than 5 years. I don't have anything different that has happened in the last year. So they were all within the last 5 years, college student and my job as an office manager, those are in the last 5 years, but everything else, nothing's been within a year.
And then let's see. So the next question kind of goes along with this one. So compare statuses with the other members of your group. What statuses do they hold that would likely cause role conflict if you held the status in addition to the ones on your list now? I guess for me, I'm actually an assistant office manager, so it would be a role conflict for me if I were in Bonnie's shoes. In order to be an office manager, that would be hard for me at this stage as a student. So props to you, Bonnie. That's awesome.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I didn't really notice I don't think anybody said anything. To be honest, I don't think I could be a dog mom right now because that would just be an extra layer of the things that I don't have time to do. So
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I could be a dog mom either.
I mean, I guess I'm like still in high school, so a lot of the things that you guys said probably wouldn't work for me right now.
Yeah, it's interesting to see just different stages and different roles that just kind of go with the territory. That's interesting. So let's see, which of the statuses on your own list is most prestigious and least prestigious? I didn't love this question. I didn't really know. Least prestigious, I put a neighbor just because maybe I'm just not a really great neighbor. I don't know. And then most prestigious, I would say probably an aunt because my family is really important. But that was a hard question for me. I didn't know how to rank those ones.
I don't know. It did mention something about like your is that like your master status? Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
And a lot of them said like your career, but I don't have like a fancy career, you know. But I think that a few years ago it probably would have been a mom, but all my kids are grown now, so I don't feel like they don't need me as much as they used to. So it's not necessarily like a big master status that it used to be.
I guess probably a better one for me would probably be student. I feel like school is just dictating my whole life right now. So that's probably my most career-like.
I think that reflect the perceived prestige of each status on their list in the social perception and personal values for one society.
I think my most prestigious would be husband right now, maybe. And least would probably just be, I don't know, employee, just because I'm doing part-time, I guess. I guess my master status would also be a college student.
It's actually the exact same. I was gonna say student as like my most prestigious right now, and then like employee because I just have part-time job.
And the next question, out of all the statuses listed by your group members, which is the most prestigious and least prestigious?
I think that's a matter of opinion.
For sure.
It really depends on like where you are, like you said, where you are in life and what, you know, I don't necessarily think any of these things are better than anything else. I guess if one of us was a CEO of some big company or something, but to be fair, I don't think we'd be in this BYU Idaho class if we were the CEO of some company. So
That's fair.
I think being a mom would be pretty high up there.
I would agree. Let's see. So can you identify and describe any status inconsistencies on your list?
For me, being an employee and being a college student, because, well, got a lot on my plate, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel that. I've definitely felt that this week. This is my last semester, and I am doing my internship because I just left it off to the last possible second to do it. So I had a family emergency a couple weeks ago, and I totally dropped all my internship hours for a few weeks. So next week I'm supposed to be at 80 hours for my internship, and I'm at 45 right now. And so between work and internship hours and school is just I definitely feel the role conflict or strain like we talked about. And I feel very inconsistent in most of my statuses that there's just too many places to juggle. So
I said this a lot, but I think like kind of doing my high school classes as well as like trying to fit in time for my college classes, and then also working like every day is kind of hard.
Mhm.
Balancing the responsibilities of being a student employed and volunteers can sometimes lead to conflicting priorities in status inconsistencies.
So we kind of already talked about the next one about what we would identify as our master status. I think we kind of shared that one already. So the last question is compare your master status with your group members. Did you all choose the same master status? And how do you think these master statuses influence your interactions as a group?
But we didn't all have the same master status. And I think, like we said, we're each kind of in different stages right now. So those are going to change. And that changes how you interact with other people, is, where you are in your life. So that you have a lot of different statuses going on at the same time, or like, at different times in your life, you have different statuses. So I don't think you're ever going to find a group of people, especially in a college class like this, that has the same statuses.
Mm-hmm. And I think that these master statuses, they influence our interactions as a group. I think it helps us see a more rounded perspective of everyone's experience, because everyone has a little bit different, but we can see the big pictures. We bring it all together.
Okay, in my case, my daughter is considered the master status. It's it heavily influenced perception of me within my community. In my case, in my country, for example, in Mexico, about the master status.
Yeah, that's really neat to see everyone's like all of our own not interactions, but all of our own influences, I guess, how they
Yeah,
it reminds me of the theory that we learned. It was either this week or last week, I can't remember, about the conflict theory, I think it was, where it's all a complex system of interactions that all comes together. I can't remember the name of it right now. I think it was conflict theory, but that's what that reminds me of. So I think those are all the questions, though. Does anyone else have anything that they want to share?
that's all for tonight.
Mm-hmm. So Raphael, are you okay submitting that to the discussion board for the week?
Sure.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you so much. And then I don't think we meet here again for a few more weeks, so we'll see you then.
See you.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Bye.